Hello everyone, I am your English teacher Shabana and I hope you all are doing well at your home. So class, today we are going to start our new chapter, chapter number 10, the place where land ends. So class, the place where the land ends, जहाँ land end हो जाता है. So class, we will know about that place where the land ends in the chapter, and we will know about the boat mail express, where it run, and this chapter is all about the experience of a journey. So a family is sharing their experience in this chapter, and we will know about how they enjoy the journey. Now class, we are going to start reading of the chapter. So class, this is the picture of Pamban Bridge. It is 100 years old bridge that is connected mainland of India with the temple town of Rameshwaram, that is situated on an island. So class, we are going to read the first paragraph of the chapter. That morning, I didn't mind when Amma woke me up early. We had traveled to the station in the middle of the night. I was going to see the bridge that went over the sea. Class, in this paragraph, we read about the mother of the children who woke them up early in the morning, and they started traveling to the station in the middle of the night, and they were going to see the bridge that went over the sea. So, what was the name of the bridge? Pamban Bridge. I have showed the picture of the Pamban Bridge, right? So class, we are talking about that Pamban Bridge which is 100 years old. The family wake up early in the morning and they started traveling to the station to see the Pamban Bridge that is over the sea. Now class, we will start reading the next paragraph of this page. I can't wait, I shouted as I sat with my Amma and Appa in the coach of the boat Mail Express, also known as the Rameshwaram Express. Class, this is the name of a train. When will it start? I asked again, barely able to stay seated. Toot toot signaled the train, and we were off from Madurai towards Rameshwaram. It was a trip everyone was looking forward to eagerly, and it had been carefully planned. So class, in this paragraph we have read about the traveling of the family. So class, I have told you about the family that they started to traveling in the train. Tina is the girl of that family and she is sharing the experience of her journey. So class, in this paragraph, Tina is saying that I can't wait. I shouted as I sat with my Amma and Appa. What is the meaning of Amma? Amma means mother and Appa means father. So Tina sat with her mother and father in the coach of the Rameshwaram Express. When will it start? Who asked? Tina asked that when will it start? ये कब start होगी? I ask again. Tina asked again, barely able to stay seated. Toot toot. This is the sound of a train. Toot toot signaled the train. Train ने signal दिया and we were off from Madurai towards Rameshwaram. और हम मदुरई से रामेश्वरम की तरफ बढ़ चले. It was a trip everyone was looking forward to eagerly. ये वो ट्रिप था जिसके लिए सारे ही क्यूरियस थे. Everyone was very curious to visit that place. So class, now we will read the next paragraph of the chapter that is on the next page, page number 40. Everything was planned and my mother told me a story as our hot cups of coffee arrived. मेरी मदर ने मुझे एक स्टोरी सुनाई जब तक हमारी हॉट कप्स एंड कॉफ़ीज़ हम तक पहुंचती. She said that when Lord Rama was traveling to Sri Lanka in search of his wife, goddess Sita, the ocean stopped him. The Lord Rama requested the ocean to allow them to pass, but the ocean refused. When he threatened to dry up the ocean's waters, the ocean yielded. The ocean suggested that he build a bridge over the waters using stones that floated. People believe that Lord Rama built a bridge across the ocean for his entire army to cross over to the kingdom of Lanka. So class, in this paragraph, Tina's mother told her a story about the Lord Rama and goddess Sita. In this story, Lord Rama was traveling to Sri Lanka in search of goddess Sita. When the army of Lord Rama and Lord Rama were passing the ocean in search of goddess Sita, when the ocean didn't allow the pass the ocean. So Lord Rama threatened it to dry up the ocean's water. And then ocean suggested them to build a bridge over the water of the ocean using stones. And those stones were floated on the water on that time because those stones were made of lava, and the stones can easily float on the water. So they built a bridge over the ocean, and people believe that Lord Rama built a bridge across the ocean for his entire army to cross over to the kingdom of Lanka. Now we will read the next paragraph of this page. It was a short journey of 3 hours. I tried to solve some Sudoku puzzles in the newspaper that Appa had bought in the station. So class, Tina is saying that it was a short journey. ये बहुत छोटी सी journey थी of 3 hours. How many hours? Of 3 hours. I tried to solve some Sudoku. उसने कुछ सुडोकू पजल्स को सॉल्व करने का ट्राई किया, कोशिश की इन द न्यूज़पेपर दैट अप्पा हैड बॉट एट द स्टेशन, जो उन्होंने स्टेशन पे खरीदा था. द सन बिगेन टू राइज एंड द फ्रेग्रेंस ऑफ द ओशियन ब्रीज फिल्ड द एयर. एवरीवन वाज वेटिंग फॉर व्हाट कम टुवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ द जर्नी. सो हर कोई वेट कर रहा था कि जर्नी के एंड में क्या आने वाला है, व्हाट कम टुवर्ड द एंड ऑफ द जर्नी. एंड the sun began to rise and the fragrance of the ocean breeze filled the air. जो ocean की breeze means cool air की जो fragrance थी वो air को fill कर रही थी. Everyone was waiting for what come toward the end of the journey. The 100-year-old Pamban Bridge connected the mainland of India with the temple town of Rameshwaram, situated on an island. 100 years, as I told you, the Pamban Bridge was 100 years old, and it is situated in South India. So class, the 100-year-old Pamban Bridge connected the mainland of India. India के mainland से connect कर रहा था with the temple town of Rameshwaram, situated on an island. रामेश्वरम का temple town जो एक island पर situated था, उससे वो कनेक्ट कर रहा था. द ट्रेन टुक 10 minutes to cross the 2-kilometer long bridge. So class, Pamban Bridge was 2 kilometers long and train took only 10 minutes to cross the 2-kilometer long bridge. It was left in awe of what I saw outside the window. In this line, Tina is saying that she was full of amazement when she saw out of the window because of the beauty of that place. So class, now we will read the next paragraph. Look, Tina, Amma pointed to a lighthouse she could see in the distance. The sea surrounded us and we listened to the swish of the waves. Not a word left my mouth as the train glided across the ocean. Dum dum, tuk tuk, it sounded as it went across the central part of the bridge, which opened up to allow the ships to pass through. Appa informed us that this bridge was the only link between the mainland and the island until 1988 when a road bridge was built. We could see the road bridge running parallel to the train track. So class, in this paragraph, Tina's mother pointed a lighthouse and showed her the lighthouse. Tina and her family enjoyed the journey of the train and they could see the ocean that is surrounded them, and they listened the sounds of waves easily. Not a word left my mouth as the train glided across the ocean. Tina is saying that she was amazed that how the train moves smoothly and continuously over the ocean. Dum dum tuk tuk, it sounded as it went across the central part of the bridge, which could open up to allow the ships to pass through. In these lines, Tina is trying to say that dum dum tuk tuk, it sounded as it went across the central part. कि जो ट्रेन थी वो ऐसे साउंड कर रही थी जैसे वो ब्रिज के सेंट्रल पार्ट को क्रॉस कर रही है, दैट विच कुड ओपन अप अलाउ द शिप टू पास थ्रू, कि वहाँ बीच में से वो ओपन हो जाता था और वहाँ बीच में से शिप्स को पास किया जाता था, शिप वहाँ से मूव करते थे. सो इट इज़ द क्वालिटी ऑफ दैट ब्रिज दैट इट कैन ईजीली ओपन अप गिव द वे टू द ships. Then Appa informed us that this bridge was the only link between the mainland and the island until 1988. 1988 when a road bridge was built. So the father of Tina informed them that this bridge was the only link. ये सिर्फ एक ये ही ब्रिज था जो सिर्फ लिंक था मेनलैंड और आइलैंड को जोड़ने में, जब तक कि when a road bridge was built, जब तक कि जो रोड ब्रिज था वो बिल्ट नहीं हुआ था. We could see the road bridge running parallel to the train track. हम जो रोड ब्रिज था उसके बराबर में, ब्रिज के बराबर में ही देख सकते थे. Now we will read the next paragraph. We reached our hotel and after some rest and a delicious breakfast of hot idlis and coffee, we set off for Dhanushkodi. This is the name of another place in Rameshwaram. The hotel where we were staying had arranged a jeep for us to travel the 25-kilometer distance. Appa told us that we would need a special vehicle as the narrow strip of land towards the land consisted mainly of sand. From the jeep, we could see the blue sea on both the sides. They reached the hotel and they take rest and have the delicious breakfast, hot idlis and coffee in the restaurant in the hotel, and they set off for Dhanushkodi. Means वो धनुषकोडी के लिए जाने के लिए रेडी हो गए. द होटल वेयर वी वर स्टेइंग हैड अरेंज्ड अ जीप. होटल ने उनके लिए, जहाँ वो रुके थे उनके लिए जीप अरेंज की फॉर अस टू ट्रैवल द 25 किलोमीटर डिस्टेंस, जो कि 25 किलोमीटर डिस्टेंस पर था. Appa told us, Appa ने हमें बताया that we would need a special vehicle as the narrow strip of land towards the end consisted mainly of sand. Appa ने बताया कि we would need a special vehicle, हमें एक स्पेशल व्हीकल की नीड होगी, बिकॉज वहाँ पर जो लैंड का जो स्ट्रिप है वो बहुत नैरो है, टुवार्ड्स द एंड कंसिस्टेड मेनली ऑफ सैंड, क्योंकि वो सारा जो एंड है वो पूरा सैंड से फिल्ड है. फ्रॉम द जीप वी कुड सी द ब्लू सी ऑन बोथ द साइड्स. फ्रॉम द जीप से हम ब्लू सी के दोनों तरफ ईजीली देख सकते. वी कैन सी ईजीली on the both side of Blue Sea. The very calm and shallow waters of the Bay of Bengal were on one side and rough waters of the Indian Ocean on the other. The very calm and shallow waters, जो बहुत ही शांत वाटर था बे ऑफ बंगाल का, वो एक साइड था, और जो रफ वाटर था इंडियन ओशन का वो एक साइड था. There is an interesting story behind Dhanushkodi as mentioned in the epic Ramayana. We could see why people call it a ghost town. हम देख सकते थे कि लोग उसे घोस्ट टाउन, भूतों वाला शहर क्यों कहते हैं. अ पावरफुल साइक्लोन इन 1964 had caused heavy damage to the surrounding areas and had completely ruined means destroyed, had completely ruined the once very active town. जो कभी बहुत एक्टिव टाउन हुआ करता था, 1964 में आए हुए एक पावरफुल साइक्लोन ने स्टॉर्म ने इसे हैवीली डैमेज कर दिया था, जिससे इस टाउन को खोस्ट टाउन कहा जाने लगा था. ओनली अ फ्यू फैमिलीज ऑफ फिशरमैन आर्ट्स एंड सम ruins still remain. On the way, we saw many abandoned huts and boats. With the ruins of a chapel and a train station, there was sand everywhere. Few fisherman families and कुछ रियोन्स वहाँ पर अभी भी रहते थे. ऑन द वे वी सॉ मैनी अबैंडन्ड हट्स एंड बोट्स. वहाँ हमने रास्ते में बहुत सारी अबैंडन्ड जिनको लोग छोड़ चुके हैं, बहुत सारी हट्स एंड बोट्स भी देखी. एंड द रियोन्स ऑफ अ चैपल एंड अ ट्रेन स्टेशन ऑल्सो दे सी. देयर वॉज सैंड एवरीवेयर. वहाँ सब जगह सैंड थी. वी टुक a stroll to the end of the land from where we could see traces of the Ram Setu, the bridge from Amma's story. The Encyclopedia Britannica says it was once the world's largest tombolo, a sandbar connecting an island, in this case Sri Lanka, to another island or the mainland, in this case India. However, it was destroyed several thousand years ago by a slight rise in the sea level. They took a short walk to the end of the land. So class, this is the end of the land of earth. So class, from where we could see traces of the Ram Setu, Tina is saying that they had taken a short walk where the land end, and they can see easily the traces of Ram Setu there, as her mother told her. The Encyclopedia Britannica says it was once the world's largest tombolo, a sandbar connecting an island. So class, Britannica Encyclopedia कहती है कि यहाँ एक बार वर्ल्ड का लार्जेस्ट टोम्बोलो means a sandbar that is connected an island, and on the other side it is connected with the mainland, that is इंडिया. सो श्रीलंका और इंडिया को कनेक्ट करने वाला ये बहुत बड़ा वर्ल्ड का लार्जेस्ट टोम्बोलो सैंडबार हुआ करता था. हाउएवर इट वाज डिस्ट्रॉयड सेवरल थाउजेंड ईयर्स अगो बाय द स्लाइट राइज इन द सी लेवल. हालांकि ये जो है सी लेवल के वजह से, सी लेवल के राइजिंग के वजह से, स्लाइट राइजिंग की वजह से ये डिस्ट्रॉय हो गया. टुडे ऑल दैट रिमेन इज अ चेन ऑफ सैंड बैंक्स ओनली और शोल्स, एंड दैट इज वॉट वी कुड सी, जिसे हम देख सकते हैं. सो द ड्राइवर टोल्ड अस दैट श्रीलंका वॉज ओनली 18 किलोमीटर अवे फ्रॉम द पॉइंट वेयर वी वर स्टैंडिंग. ड्राइवर टोल्ड देम दैट श्रीलंका वॉज ओनली 18 किलोमीटर अवे. ड्राइवर ने उन्हें बताया कि जिस पॉइंट पर वो खड़े हुए हैं वहाँ से ओनली 18 किलोमीटर दूर ही यहाँ से श्रीलंका है. वी स्टूड देयर mesmerized फॉर क्वाइट सम टाइम. हम कुछ देर के लिए वहाँ पर पिक्चर्स कैप्चर करने के लिए खड़े रहे. वी हैड टू लीव द प्लेस बिफोर सनसेट. विजिटर्स वर ओनली अलाउड ड्यूरिंग द डे. विजिटर्स ओनली वहाँ पर डे के दौरान ही, दिन के दौरान ही अलाउ किए जाते हैं. सो देन दे हैड टू लीव द प्लेस बिफोर द सनसेट. सो क्लास, नाउ वी विल रीड द नेक्स्ट एंड द लास्ट सेकेंड पेज ऑफ दिस चैप्टर. We returned to our hotel. हम अपने होटल वापस आ गए. I was already sleepy and tired from the day's events. I slept peacefully that night, knowing that the next day was going to be equally exciting. मैं बहुत थक गई थी. Tina is saying that she was very tired. She was exhausted and she slept peacefully that night because नेक्स्ट डे भी बहुत एक्साइटिंग होने वाला था. द नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग आई जॉल्टेड आउट ऑफ बेड एंड रश टू गेट रेडी. आई वॉज लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू सीइंग द ब्यूटीफुल श्री रामानाथ स्वामी टेम्पल. सो टीना इज लुकिंग forward to seeing the beautiful Sri Ramanatha Swami temple. Next morning, she is wanted to see the beautiful temple that is called Sri Ramanatha Swami. We reached the temple early. हम जल्दी ही टेम्पल पहुँच गए before sunrise. सनराइज से पहले the sound of the chants and the fragrance of the incense and jasmine flowers were in the air. The sounds of chants, मंत्रों का जो चैंटिंग थी और जो फ्रेग्रेंस थी ऑफ धूप बत्ती और अगरबत्ती की, जैस्मिन फ्लावर्स की, वो एयर में थी. लेट्स गो इनसाइड अम्मा, टीना said with her mother. Let's go inside. चलो अंदर चलते हैं. I asked my mother. She had stopped to buy some offerings. उन्होंने offerings खरीदने के लिए वहाँ पर रुकी. Offerings टेम्पल में जाने से पहले जो हम फ्लावर्स और जो पूजा की सामग्री खरीदते हैं, दैट इज ऑफरिंग्स. द मैजेस्टिक टेम्पल डेडिकेटेड टू लॉर्ड शिवा इज स्प्रेड across 15 acres of land and is home to the longest temple corridor in the world, 197 meters long and 133 meters broad. There are 64 tirths, holy water bodies, in and around the island of Rameshwaram. 22 of them are said to be inside this temple. A pilgrimage to Rameshwaram is considered incomplete without bathing in these tirthas. After a dip in the sea, we visited each of the 22 temple tanks present inside the temple in order to get the sacred water. So class, in this paragraph, we have read about the temple Sri Ramanatha Swami. The Ramanatha Swami is the majestic temple डेडिकेटेड टू लॉर्ड शिवा, जो लॉर्ड शिवा को डेडिकेटेड है. ये 15 एकर्स की लैंड में फैला हुआ है एंड इज होम टू द लॉन्गेस्ट टेम्पल कॉरिडोर इन द वर्ल्ड. पूरे वर्ल्ड में ये लॉन्गेस्ट टेम्पल कॉरिडोर है. इसमें ये 197 मीटर लॉन्ग है और 133 मीटर्स चौड़ा है, बड़ा है. देयर आर 64 तीर्थास. यहाँ पे 64 तीर्थास हैं. तीर्थास मीन्स होली वाटर बॉडीज. होली वाटर बॉडीज हैं, तालाब हैं. इन एंड अराउंड द आइलैंड ऑफ रामेश्वरम, पूरे रामेश्वरम के आइलैंड में. एंड 22 ऑफ देम आर सेड टू बी इनसाइड द टेम्पल. और उनमें से 22 टेम्पल के अंदर कहे जाते हैं कि वो टेम्पल के अंदर हैं. अ पिलग्रिमेज टू रामेश्वरम इज कंसीडर्ड इनकम्प्लीट विदाउट बाथिंग इन दीज तीर्थास. रामेश्वरम में इन तीर्थास में बाथिंग किए बिना वहाँ पर इनवैलिड माना जाता है, वो तीर्थ इनकम्प्लीट माना जाता है. आफ्टर अ डिप इन द सी के अंदर एक डिप लगाने के बाद वी विजिटेड ईच ऑफ द 22 टेम्पल. हमने 22 टेम्पल्स को विजिट किया. टैंक्स प्रेजेंट इनसाइड द टेम्पल इन ऑर्डर टू गेट द सेक्रेड वाटर. Another memorable place that we got a chance to see was the burial site and the memorial built for former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and his house. Not only does the memorial give us a glimpse into an inspiring life of Dr. Kalam, but it also invites tourists to view India's unique and diverse culture. I had only read about his life and work in textbooks, but getting a chance find out so much about him up close was a very unique experience for me that I hold close to my heart. Tina is saying in this paragraph that is another memorable place, that is the memorial built of our former president Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and his house that was there. Not only does the memorial give us a glimpse, सिर्फ मेमोरियल जो था सिर्फ वो ही एक उनकी लाइफ की, डॉक्टर कलाम की लाइफ की ग्लिम्स, कोई झलक नहीं दे रहा था, बट इट ऑल्सो इन्वाइट्स टूरिस्ट टू व्यू इंडियाज़ यूनिक एंड डाइवर्स कल्चर. लेकिन वो टूरिस्ट को इसलिए भी इनवाइट कर रहा था, अट्रैक्ट कर रहा था अपनी तरफ कि वहाँ पर इंडिया के यूनिक और डाइवर्स कल्चर की भी ग्लिम्स मिलती थी. एंड आई हैड ओनली रीड अबाउट हिज लाइफ एंड वर्क इन टेक्स्ट बुक. मैंने सिर्फ उनकी वर्क और लाइफ के बारे में टेक्स्ट बुक में ही पढ़ा था, बट गेटिंग अ चांस टू फाइंड आउट सो मच अबाउट हिम अप क्लोज वॉज अ वेरी यूनिक एक्सपीरियंस फॉर मी दैट आई होल्ड क्लोज टू माई हार्ट. लेकिन टीना के लिए ये एक चांस था जिसमें वो और भी ज़्यादा उनकी यूनिक एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में, उनकी लाइफ के बारे में जान सकती थी. Now we will read the last paragraph of this chapter. On the fourth day, our memorable trip came to an end. फोर्थ डे हमारा मेमोरेबल ट्रिप, यादगार ट्रिप जो था वो एंड की तरफ बढ़ रहा था. वी कॉट अ ट्रेन बैक टू मदुरई. हमने मदुरई के लिए मॉर्निंग में वापसी की ट्रेन पकड़ी and could not stop talking about everything that we had experienced the whole way. पूरे रास्ते जो हमने एक्सपीरियंस किया था उसके बारे में बात करने में हमें कोई भी नहीं रोक सकता था. None of us could select any one part of the journey that we had enjoyed the most. Every part of the journey was unique, whether it was traveling across the sea, back into time, or into someone's life. I am sure I shall return soon to experience the sights and sounds of this holy town again. In the last paragraph, Tina is saying that is the last day of the memorable trip and they caught the train back to Madurai. उन्होंने मदुरई के लिए मॉर्निंग में वापसी की ट्रेन पकड़ी और कोई भी उनसे बातें करने के लिए गॉसिपिंग करने के लिए कोई भी नहीं रोक सकता था बिकॉज दे इंजॉयड सो मच द जर्नी. सो क्लास, none of us could select any one part of the journey that we had enjoyed the most. कोई भी इस जर्नी का कोई भी एक पार्ट को सेलेक्ट नहीं कर सकता कि जिसमें हमने they enjoyed each and every part of the journey very much and it was very unique journey. Whether it was traveling across the sea, back into time or into someone's life, I am sure I shall return soon to experience. Tina wanted to visit the place again. She wanted to experience the sights and sounds of this holy town again in her future. So class, this is the journey. This is the experience of Tina's journey, and you have to read the chapter again, and we will discuss this chapter in a Zoom class again. Okay, bye bye. Take care of yourself.